Back in November, the 49ers dominated their first matchup against the Rams. Can Los Angeles even the score? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
From SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 86 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field. They're of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Second and 5. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the give, it's Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Malik Harrison on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the... Perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Clifton. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troop. Right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the press. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now that'll be caught by Cup, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
21 yards.
2 minutes in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Adams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now this throw caught left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. On the handoff, Adams here. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They run on second down with Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Let's go, baby. They turn over.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Keeps himself upright. Got a man open. It's Chase. That catch good for only a couple.
2-yard chase. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 7. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Adams, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A second down. Of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Clifton. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the 49ers open the lead up to 34-0. Koo now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 8 yards to go on second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? Like he said, he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jack Fox set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Not much there, only a yard. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. They're going to look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 67 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. On third down, they go with Adams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go, boys.
A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Clifton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jalen Phillips make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
70 Lions. Switch. Go trap.
He'll look to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2nd and 2. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this one is incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here. It's still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's bring it. Shit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many